First of all, I just want to thank Sikh Assembly of America for taking this initiative. I think Sikh Sangat was craving this kind of opportunity, craving that when we will get a chance to tell the world our history in our narrative, which is very important, especially in this place, jithe sari duniya di politics chaldi, especially the place which is the hub of world politics. So today we are finally here. We are here to tell the world what happened to us in 1984, what happened to us in 1990s, what is happening to us right now in America as well as in Sikh homeland Punjab. So far, I am very proud that with the help of all the Sikh community members, we were able to do a lot of things in the state of Connecticut. State of Connecticut is the only state in America that has recognized Sikh genocide by passing the legislation and calling November 1st as a Sikh Genocide Remembrance Day. And that was the bill passed in House, passed in Senate, and signed by the governor of the state of Connecticut. I think it's a very big achievement for all of our community. The reason why we need to do this, there are multiple reasons. One of the reasons is we all are here now. ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੋਇਆ ਜ਼ਬਰ ਜ਼ੁਲਮ, ਪਰ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਗਏ ਹਾਂ, ਅੱਗੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਪੀੜ੍ਹੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗੇਗਾ why we are even here. So it is important that we acknowledge our history the way it happened, and we must emphasize on that local legislator also recognize that history. Even though there is no doubt US know what's happening in Punjab, US know what's happening happening to Sikhs in Canada, what has happened to Sikhs in America, they all know everything. But it is important to get these acknowledgements from time to time so we can emphasize that these things don't happen again. State of Connecticut is the only state also which has recognized month of June as a Sikh Memorial Month. I would like to get opportunity from you to read the official statement of Governor Ned Lamont, who is also our present governor. 5 years ago, when we all commemorated 35th anniversary of the massacre, when Darbar Sahib was attacked by the Indian government through Indian Army, the official statement was issued to recognize Shaheed Singhs of 1984 and to recognize month of June as a Sikh Memorial Month and June 1st as a Sikh Memorial Day. On that day, when we did that commemoration, we not just got official statement of governor, but the local library installed the picture of Sant Jarnail Singh Khalsa Pindramale, the artwork created by the Smesh Art from Punjab, and they put up a plaque recognizing Sikh genocide. That's the same plaque we have here. Also, I want to share, transnational repression is not something new. We are facing it since day one. We are working with the state of Connecticut. When in 2018, state passed the law to recognize Sikh genocide, Indian Consulate of New York went to the governor's office, wanted him not to sign the bill. I see that direct interference of Indian government in our local legislation and in our democracy. So this is transnational repression that we have faced. Then in 2019, when we were commemorating 35th anniversary of attack on Darbar Sahib, again when the library installed the portrait and the plaque with the Sikh flag, Indian Consulate showed up again. They threatened our local library to remove these artifacts. The reason, they said it represents terrorism. And even though library was very much in favor of Sikh community, but the board decided to remove those artifacts. But I'll tell you, we didn't lose. That was our win. Because when the library director was giving me the plaque, his eyes were filled up of water. He was crying too. Not just the Sikh community, We were actually shocked. How can it happen to something like this happen in the free country like America? But this is transnational repression as well. When there is so much influence of foreign government that is happening. But I will actually read you the proclamation because it has a lot of sentiments were conveyed that we all carry in our heart on a daily basis. Some of the highlights of the official statement are, they said Sant Jarnail Singh Khalsa Pindranwale was civil rights activist. He was leading a movement, peaceful movement. The other highlight is that 80% of the Sikh population still live in Indian occupied Punjab. And this is the sentiment we all carry. Because Punjab has been used as a colony of India. And there is no doubt about it. So these things got acknowledged. I'm just going to read it quickly, just for the purpose of record, and all our channels are also here. I also want to acknowledge DJ who's here, and he's trying to make a documentary on transnational repression as well. And they covered our recent events in Sikh Art Gallery. And here's another thing, Sikh Art Gallery. Why we had to make that? Why we have to spend all the resources to create something of our own? Because of transnational repression. It is a product of transnational repression. When we thought our history is not even safe in our local public libraries, and we have to create something of our own which is permanent, which is open to public all the time, and people can come, visit, learn about Sikh history, learn about Sikh struggle, learn about what Khalistan is, learn about why Sikhs are even struggling for the Khalistan, and what was the movement in the past. So I'm quickly going to read that for you. This is official statement, State of Connecticut, by His Excellency Ned Lamont, Governor, an official statement. Whereas Sikhism is fifth largest independent ethnic religion founded by Guru Nanak in 1469 in the Punjab region of South Asia, there are over 30 million followers worldwide known as Sikhs, and 700 living in the United States of America. Many Sikhs have called America their home since the late 19th century. Sikhs can be found in diverse professions, including service in law enforcement and US Armed Forces with their articles of faith. And whereas June 2019 marked the 35th commemoration of invasion of Harmandir Sahib, and in the bracket it says Golden Temple, and 36 other Gurdwaras all over India by the Indian Army, which claimed the lives of thousands of Sikh worshippers on one of their holiest day during the year. This year also marks 35th commemoration of November 1984 Sikh genocide. And whereas Sikhs were shot while their hands were tied behind their backs, Sikhs' political authority, Akal Takht, was attacked with tanks, bullets, and shot at the Sikh scriptures, and Sikh reference library was burned, and artifacts were looted. And whereas eyewitnesses, journalists, and human rights activists have compiled evidence showing that Indian Army took this illegal action in violation of Geneva Conventions and carried pre-planned attack on orders of Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi to end Sikhs' civil rights movement led by Sant Jarnail Singh Khalsa Pindranwale. And whereas still 80% of Sikh population live in Indian occupied Punjab and want to exercise their right for self-determination under United Nations guidelines. And whereas individuals and organizations throughout the world, recognizing the need for justice, continue to demand prosecution of those responsible for June 1984 massacre and November 1984 Sikh genocide. Now therefore I, Ned Lamont, Governor of the State of Connecticut, do hereby proclaim June 2019 as Sikh Memorial Month in the State of Connecticut, signed by the Governor, Ned Lamont, with the stamp of State of Connecticut. So, this shows we can do it. This shows education is a very important tool. This shows if our youngsters come forward and try to educate legislators, we can get these kind of acknowledgements. Now, why these acknowledgements are important again? First is we are remembering our history in our narrative. Our next generation get opportunity to know what happened. But the most important thing, without acknowledgement, how can the community get closure? Even after coming to America, we have no closure because United States need to acknowledge the Sikh genocide. We are thankful to United States. They have given us asylum. They have given us life of dignity. But now it's the time that we have spent over 100 years in this country. We want legislators to acknowledge our history. And we want them to go even one step further, make sure this history become part of the curriculum. So every American get opportunity to get educated, who Sikhs are, where they're from, what happened to them, what struggles they have. I think this is the way to move forward. And I again thank all of you for being here, and especially Pawan Paji, Simarjot Paji, who worked hard, our guest who came here with this amazing exhibition. I think it's great. This also shows, despite of less in number, we have that thing in our heart that we want to do something. And I think we have come to the point that now we are in the state, in US Capitol. And we are giving this opportunity to our local congressmen, US senators, and we also have a few meetings after that because I think it's a big deal. So thank you again for all being here. I hope with your help and support we can continue these kind of efforts. Also, please look at the model that we have created in Lego of Akal Takht Sahib and Darbar Sahib. The reason we created in Lego was if you make something with Lego, small blocks, and kids know better, it takes time, it takes patience. If something takes 18 hours for a small model like this to be made, and somebody else come and crush it, how will you feel about it? And this is the sentiment we want our legislator to know. What can you even imagine what will be the emotions of the Sikh community when helicopters and tanks bombarded our holiest shrine? So this is the message we are here. We are trying to convey our sentiments. And we hope that in upcoming time, June 1984 will be acknowledged by the US legislators, and November will be recognized as a Sikh Genocide Remembrance Day. Thank you very much. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.